This is Vikings United, your ultimate destination for everything Minnesota Vikings. Bringing together the most passionate fans, insightful analysts, and dynamic creators from across Skol Nation. Get ready for deep dives, spirited debates, and exclusive insights from Coach Cody. We're celebrating our community, honoring our heroes, and fueling your fandom with Pillars of Valor coffee. This is more than a show. It's a movement. This is Vikings United.
Hamdi.
Purple and gold, that's all we know. Purple and gold, we holla Skol. Purple and gold, this how we roll. Purple and gold, now holla Skol. Purple and gold, this how it goes. Purple and gold, we holla Skol. Purple and gold, that's how you know. Purple and gold, now holla Skol. I'm representing Skol, the gang, you know the name. It's a Minnesota thing. Put that on the purple blood that's running through these golden veins. Hail, sleet, snow, or rain, regardless, we gon' go to games. $1 billion stadium on Sundays, they don't close the bank. Fail rarely, get your tail buried. Give his JJ to JJ on Hail Marys. I'm like Aaron Jones, I see the field clearly. Gain 150 yards off of 12 carries and 2 tugs. That's how you crack a can of ice cold whoop ass on the Packers fan. Downtown Minneapolis, we pack the stands and put our hands above our heads when we clap our hands. That's how we clap our hands, we put our hands above our head when we clap our hands. Now clap your hands and put your hands above your head when you clap your hands. That's how we clap our hands, we put our hands above our head when we clap our hands. I said clap your hands and put your hands above your head when you clap your hands. Purple and gold, that's all we know. Purple and gold, we holla Skol. Purple and gold, this how we roll. Purple and gold, now holla Skol. Purple and gold, this how it goes. Purple and gold, we holla Skol. Purple and gold, that's how you know. Purple and gold, now holla Skol. If you from Minnesota, let me know. If you from Minnesota, here we go. Minnesota notice. I'm known to Skol and then blow the coldest and Skol until I got scoliosis. So when we Skol, we so ferocious. So just know, just way before 84 was the dopest. We showed you who the purple and the gold is. If you from Minnesota, let me know. Right now. If you from Minnesota, here we go. Minnesota. And gold, that's all we know. Purple and gold, we holla Skol. Purple and gold, this how we roll. Purple and gold, now holla Skol. Purple and gold, this how it goes. Purple and gold, we holla.
Welcome into the Scene Project Sports Network. I am Bubba Startz. You are here tonight for Vikings United. It is a hot one here. We got some hot topics to cover tonight, too. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Big B. B, what's shaking, baby?
Not much. It's my Friday, so I get to enjoy the hot weekend that we're going to have here, or hot couple days here. Try to get a my yard mode maybe tomorrow or Thursday before it really gets hot out. But yeah, today, first day of OTAs for the Vikings. Got some stories to talk about, and probably look at
mini camp, baby. Let's go.
Yep. So
yeah, heat index today in South Dakota where we are at 100 degrees. So I spent the afternoon in the pool right now in my studio. It is 90 degrees. There is no AC in the attached garage. So I am roasting it out for y'all, man. Never doubt the dedication that the Scenes Projects Sports Network brings for y'all. We are roasting here. No Coach Cody. Coach Cody lacking in the dedication factor now, though. I don't know what's going on with this guy.
Vacation gets to you.
Yeah, he's got vacation brain. Is that what it is here? You know what? I'll put it in our chat in case he's like, I don't have the link. Our boy gets a lot of grief.
That's well deserved. I mean, we all get grief, and I guarantee if we all make a mistake or choose a different route that might have legs at the end, I would expect we all get a little grief. Hey, Danielle, shout out to Danielle. She got. What did she get posted for? Something for the North Dakota.
So the TAPper program, yeah, the TAP program that my wife is a part of, Danielle Startz. That's she's mine, or I'm hers, or whatever how you say that. So she's part of the teacher apprentice program. So for the last 2 years, she's been working at the school, 1 year as a para. And then because of the program and what they have, they call an advanced teacher permit. She actually was teaching in the school and had her own classroom last year because of the need.
So, there's a big need for that. So congrats for her.
I just saw Coach Pat backstage. I'm going to finish off with Danielle here. So last week they had a get together. We went up to Madison, South Dakota, a couple hours from us. The actual school that she went to, she does all of her schooling online. But they just recognize all the people that are part of this program because it's such a crazy workload. Because not only are you going to school, but it's an advanced program as well. So most of these people are going in 2 years and finishing a 4-year degree. Right now, my wife had some credits coming into it, so she was really able to accelerate. But yeah, I mean, she was taking I think 40 credits a year or 45 credits a year over the course of that time. So a huge workload, summer classes, really accelerating through it. So super proud of my wife. She just knocks it out of the park. Oh, look who decided to join us.
Sorry, I'm a little late, fellas.
You know what? We're getting to expect it at this point, Cody, and I don't like that. 16-week classes that she's taking are in 8-week chunks. So yeah, everything is just accelerated, huge workload. So they always the school to her. Yeah, the school and all these people that are in the program. So in these different cohorts, it's been 40 people in the cohorts, and our governor actually just realizing the how good the program is, gave them more funding, so they're able to accept 70 people into the program now. So this cohort that's just starting, 71, I think was the number on that. But really cool. The dean of her college is there. A huge shout out to him, David. Is an amazing individual. Really is the reason why we have the program in the state. He kind of saw when he became the dean of the College of Education up there at Dakota State, made a huge push for it in the state of South Dakota, and really grateful, man. It's been crazy. And then one of the classes that she's taking this summer, as she pointed out, it's a 16-week class that's crammed into 4 weeks. So the workload is crazy. Her last summer of classes right now. Just wild, but it's what allows her to move into a very specialized course and what she's teaching now. They call it CTE down here. So Danielle, you'll have to put in exactly what it stands for, but it's to
a 16-week class that's cramming in 4 weeks. My brain would be overloaded after day one.
Yeah, Cody already went on vacation.
All right.
So yeah, just a chance to recognize everyone in the program. My wife Danielle is really has done all the things. The advanced teacher permit, not a lot of people get that. So she has that. She got a grant that not a lot of people get. So just a lot of things. So they took a moment. He took 3-4 minutes to really recognize her and career and technical education. That's the classes that she's teaching. So she had to take some extra courses for that this summer to be ready for the fall courses and to get her curriculum together and everything. So a lot on her plate. Yes. Today with the heat index where it was, we spent the afternoon in our pool in the backyard, trying to pool, and the kid had baseball tonight. So shout out to Mickey, had another great game, drew a couple of walks, scored a run, stole a bunch of bases, like kids on fire, man. So But we're here
And
to
the
talk.
Twins are going to call him up here in a couple weeks.
Yep. Yeah. Well, the Twins could use him, right? So, let the Cubs could use him right now too. We're going to hit a quick break. We're going to, hear from our sponsors for a minute here. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about all things Vikings. Coach, glad you could make it.
Yes, sir. Let's get
In Minnesota, your home faces it all. Brutal winters, pounding hail, and summer storms that don't hold back. That's why homeowners trust Odyssey Exteriors, your local, family-owned exterior experts based right here in Burnsville. From roofing and siding to gutters, windows, and decks, we use Midwest tough materials and certified crews to protect what matters most. With an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau and a reputation for integrity, we treat your home like it's our own. Call 952-923-0062 or visit OdysseyEXT.com today to schedule your free exterior inspection. Odyssey Exteriors, built Midwest tough, built for you. Shout out to our guy Cole Quinnell there with Odyssey Exteriors, his lovely wife Tara. I do believe that it was her birthday either today or yesterday. So happy birthday, Tara. Thanks to the Quinnell family supporting us. They've been slamming, man. You know, we had those storms roll through here earlier this spring. His guys have been out on these roofs day after day. The salespeople have been out there talking to people, working with their insurance companies, and getting the people the money that they deserve from these insurance companies that obviously don't want to come off of it. So a huge shout out to Odyssey Exteriors, everything that they're doing. I also want to mention something off the top here because I was at the Sioux Falls Canaries birdcage this weekend, and everyone knows my relationship with Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. You see the banner behind me here all the time. It's a company or a foundation rather that I am the director of marketing and PR for. And one of the things that we got to do this year was to work with the Sioux Falls Canaries here in town to present free tickets to veterans, one veteran and their family every single game this year. It's the hero of the game. So if you know a veteran or you want to nominate one, reach out to me, whether it's a comment on the show or it's something. We would love to get you into the games for free. The schedule is on their website, all the home games. They will be providing 4 free tickets for a veteran and their family and then honoring them during the game. So wanted to shout out that program. Once again, you can reach out to me. I will drop a link in the comments or how you can reach out to me. You know what? I'm going to do something crazy, guys. I'm going to put my email in the chat. So,
Ooh, all right, let's go.
I'm just going to go for it. So if you know a veteran that's around in western Minnesota, southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa, maybe North Dakota, somebody's taking a trip to Sioux Falls, they want to take in a game. If they're a veteran, we can get them free tickets to the game. And they have a military discount with the Sioux Falls Canaries all the time. So always supporting our veterans, love companies that do that. Let's talk some football. I know that we had veteran mini camps started today, mandatory mini camps. So everybody required to be there. I think there was full attendance. I didn't hear any big news of guys that weren't there, no holdouts or hold-ins or anything like that going on, which was a big reason that that we traded off Grenard in the offseason, because we were looking at that being a potential that he was going to show up, but that he wasn't going to get on for training camp or any of these things without a new contract, right? So the reason that we moved him, maybe a lot of Vikings fans don't understand that move. You have a guy who's a premier player at a premier position, and because of the contract, and you saw the contract extension that he received from Philadelphia, that the Vikings were not going to commit to for him, right? You have a young Dallas Turner. You just don't have the cap space to really make it feasible and to be able to sign your other rookies and to have, flexibility moving into the, the third wave and kind of phase of free agency is kind of after training camp, right? That's where we were able to get Carson Wentz last year to add to our quarterback room. So you want to have some flexibility. You don't need to have a ton of money available, right? You want to spend what you have up to that cap. At least most teams do. Now there's some bottom feeders that don't spend their money and owners that don't like to do that. But, any news from you, B, as far as news from the day?
No, that's what I'm just looking at to see if there was any talk.
Cody, turn that shit off, man. We're live.
No, that was my fault. That was my fault. I was seeing if there was any news on if anybody did hold out, but it doesn't look like it. The biggest news people are talking about is that JJ finally came out and I guess put the trade rumors aside that he wants to be here. He doesn't want to go anywhere, so take it what it is. But I haven't seen any like details on. Oh, these guys look good. The balls are coming out of the arms great. We got. Everybody's up to speed on things. So, first day, probably a lot of people just getting their assignments and what their schedules are going to look like and, all that fun stuff.
Coach, now you've probably been through a couple of these kind of, your summer ball programs or spring ball, like these things. What do these typically look like? Now, I know you haven't been in a pro stadium and on a pro team for this, but talk to us a little bit about your experience kind of moving into these. Now you're in the off season. This isn't training camp. This is mini camp. You're in a condensed time frame, right? I think that it's only 3 days this week that they're going, right? So it's not like it's a long time that they go for. What's your experience to kind of enlighten us a little bit?
Well, just leading up to everything, players reporting, coming in, getting to know each other, trying to mesh, trying to gel, like you said, get their assignments and their schedules, figure out what's what, maybe a roommate situation. But then after that, it's literally just trying to learn and process that information and be able to put that on the field as fast as possible because you're being evaluated from the moment you walk in. So it's gonna be interesting. This is where you make hay. You have to shine in moments like this.
Speaking of, checking in and evaluating players.
Are you muted?
Am I? No. Did you lose me? I pulled myself off the stage. It's probably just you, Coach. Log in on the StreamYard app. We'll bring B. B, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Hold on.
I hear both of you.
Cody needs to come in on the. I pulled you off the stage, so it was just me and Cody.
No, that's fine. I'm just looking here, but
hey, they're splitting reps, man. That's what I was getting to with Cody before he couldn't hear me.
Oh yeah, they're gonna split reps probably for the first few practices and stuff like that. Then once it gets closer to that first preseason game, then they might be like, okay, Kyler, we're going to give you most of the reps, most of the reps now, and then, with the first team and see how preseason game 1 goes.
Use the app.
And then
and come back to the studio from there. Almost banned you.
And then they'll probably the following week assess what they saw in preseason game 1, and then they might flip-flop it like
nope.
Preseason game 1 or preseason game 2.
The heat's getting to me, man.
No, I bet you it is, but I would expect that these two quarterbacks are going to probably split a lot of reps between now and probably the first couple preseason games.
Well, we haven't talked a lot about like our personal feelings about it. I was on Rap's show with the Vocal Vike. Shout out to Vocal Vike letting me come on his program. And we were talking about something. We'll get to the Indiana Bears later in the show, but I was on with them this week. But obviously, we can't, even get together and talk football without talking about the quarterback situation here. I think most people, obviously,
and that's going to be the big talker all season.
Yeah, well, but a lot of the talk this week has been about it's all Kyler. The competition is over. It's there. So like, I want to know what your feelings specifically are, B, on this, and how you're feeling about the entire situation.
I think it's good. I mean, I think Kyler Murray was probably the best option for the price we had to pay or had the money for. I mean, yeah, people will say, well, they could have went out and got Rodgers. They could have went out and got this. Yeah, we didn't have the money cap at the time. And, so they let quarterbacks go through. There was a couple other quarterbacks that I thought maybe we would go out and make a run at, maybe like Anthony Richardson, Fields, maybe they go out and get I can't blank the guy that just went down to Miami for the Packers, Willis. But if I'm McCarthy in McCarthy's shoes, it's going to drive me to want to get my spot back, because I was named a starter last year. A couple games I got pulled, injury wise, playing, so if I'm him, it's driving me to go out there and get that spot back. Now, maybe the coaching staff has already in their mind who week 1 starter is going to be, but I'm going to sure the heck battle and make that decision even tougher as it goes on week by week and snap by snap. So, and the thing is,
to your point, B, is exactly what this Vikings staff wanted to see, right? You wanted to put some pressure on JJ McCarthy. You want to see him take those steps. And now that you've moved past the OTA portion and you got guys on a little bit more competitive, right, in mini camp, and you're kind of doing installs and doing that. I just read in the news some of the clips and the quotes from Kyler Murray after practice that splitting reps is the hardest thing. I mean, he's trying to learn a new system as well, but it needs to be put on him. He's a veteran. He should be in the playbook. He should have a better idea of the concepts and things that are going on. He's played in a pro system, Heisman Trophy winner, right? Like all the things. It should be easy for him to pick him up, but he's still, saying that, splitting reps right now is the hardest thing because you're not taking all of those reps in that practice and working on it. So that definitely is got to be a struggle for Kyler Murray because, like you said, a new system, a new team, new, ways or new weapons to learn how they like to catch the ball, new center, and stuff like that. So, I mean, definitely he would want to be out there 100% of the time. You got JJ that wants to be out there 100% of the time. You got Max Brosner that, he wants to be on the team, so he wants to be out there as much as possible. So, I mean, Coach, you might be able to, come at the coach's angle on this. I mean, you bring in a guy, that was your starter at whatever position last year. You go out and get a guy that's, been around the block for a while that can upgrade your, team. I mean, what's that do to the players? I mean, you'd think that would fire them up to be like, well, you're not coming in taking my spot. I'm going to fight for it.
Yeah, that's the response that you would hope for from a player. But, players aren't dumb. As much as they don't want to admit it, they know when the writing's on the wall or if they didn't perform up to par. And so when another player comes in to fight for that position, I mean, it's sink or swim. You gotta buck up. It's time to put your money where your mouth is. It's like you said, it's going to be difficult with both quarterbacks not getting 100% of the reps with first team. But Kyler Murray is a veteran. He's been around the block, like you guys have said, and he should know. And he should have been learning every year, how to get better at, watching film or breaking down a defense or trying to learn a system or something. We know that, he likes to play some video games, so hopefully he grew out of that. But, you don't want to make a move like that and have it discourage the other player. You hope you got dogs and competitors all the way around. So hopefully this is a wake-up call, and we'll see how much he wants it, Mr. 9.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is, he's still young enough that, I mean, even if it's not here in Minnesota, he still wants to compete and get on film and say, hey, look, I got what it takes. I need a chance somewhere, I mean, yes, he came out and said he wants to be in Minnesota. As a Vikings fan that has seen us struggle with franchise quarterbacks and Dante Culpepper, I want to see a franchise quarterback get groomed here in Minnesota. So, I'm hoping for the best for, JJ to do that. I mean, if he has to sit behind Kyler Murray for 1 year or one game, I mean, so I want to see the best for the kid, and hopefully he comes out and shows that, like I brought it up before, I hope he has the mentality or the mindset of that quarterback in the movie Draft Day.
Yes.
Where he's like, fine, bring him in. I'm just going to beat him out. You know,
Yes.
so that's the mentality I want.
Oh, snap.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Hey,
There you go.
let's
Appreciate you,
go.
Rap. Hey everybody, Barber, appreciate you, man. I know Rap's been on fire all week, man. Appreciate you tapping in with us. Appreciate you letting me come on your program, man. It was great to come on there. I know we're gonna get you on the show here too. Biz, I think we're in that boat with you, right? I've settled into the fact early on. I thought that we would have it. I didn't know much about Kyler Murray, right? What was kind of my thing. And everybody just kind of bailing on that young quarterback right off the bat. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I think JJ's got a lot left to prove, but I think he's got a lot of growing left to do as well. And that's really where you want to look at. You know who Kyler Murray is as a player, right? We don't know who the young JJ McCarthy is for that. Appreciate the sub, the Lance G, man. Like that picture too, man. Is that a buffalo? Man, we got a ton of buffalo here in South Dakota, man. I appreciate that. Look at everybody tapping in, man. Appreciate Brad bringing the whole crew over here.
Hey, it's a party anytime Rap's in there, but
man, you know it. Rap's going through the QB Red Angus. Nah, there we go. That's what's up, man. We have more cows than we do people in South Dakota. Just a little fun fact.
Rap, there is 2 other hosts of the show that would like to come on and chit chat Viking football with you too. So
there you go.
Just let you know.
He's
yes,
already
sir.
Coach. So.
Cody wants to come on, but he got to work it around his vacation time. So.
It was a one and done thing. It was a one and done.
Yeah. Oh, let's go.
No, the quarterback controversy is going to be a talker all year. I mean, the best thing that could happen is that we have a good battle this preseason. We go into week 1. And we ball out week 1, and then there's really not a controversy. But if they're struggling, it's going to be a controversy a long time we're going to be hearing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, and interesting. So yeah, we were talking about it, but before you guys jumped in, we were discussing a little bit. Kyler Murray made some comments in his post practice interview. And, saying that the hardest thing is splitting reps right now. And it's hard for both quarterbacks, right? You have JJ who needs the reps as well. And I think the Vikings understand this. It's interesting to me because we haven't really, obviously you're not going to get the truth from the coach. Everybody's kind of talking out of both sides of their mouth right now. Everybody's saying the right things. It is, it's hard to make out what it is, but obviously the Vikings are, whether it's a competition or a true competition or not, they need this young quarterback to develop. Right. And whether he's your QB2, I think the trade talk is crazy. Whether JJ wants to go or not, he doesn't appear to be disgruntled, right? He's still showing up and doing his work. He's not out there requesting a trade. I think that would be a bad move on his part because that's also sending a message to the rest of the league that, he's going to be a big crybaby. So that would be bad for his camp if he was to come out and say that he wanted to be traded. So I'm not really buying into the whole, like, he wants out kind of thing. I don't think there's a starting job waiting for him anywhere else anyway. So why would he want to go? Now, I do think there's a lot of animosity, if you will, between KOC and JJ McCarthy. We've seen that time and again at this point. And I would agree this. I'm okay with JJ riding behind Kyler all season. I've been saying crazy shit out here, and I said it on your show the other day too, Rap, where that you have more value in Kyler Murray as a trade piece than you do in a JJ McCarthy. So let JJ McCarthy simmer behind the scenes, let him learn, let him watch a Kyler Murray and do that. And then you're dangling Kyler Murray out there at the trade deadline going, hey, you don't have to pay this guy and you're getting a top tier quarterback possibly, right? You could maybe get a couple of first round or a first and a couple seconds in a historically deep draft going into there. Is this something that a young Nolan Teasley's coming in looking at going, we have a golden opportunity right here to stack up with young talent in a historically deep draft, trading a player that we don't owe anything to monetarily or loyalty-wise to do that? And
but the thing with that scenario there, Bubba, is if Kyler Murray's balling out at the trade deadline, the Vikings will most likely be in the playoff picture, so you're not going to want to give up.
But is it going to be because of Kyler Murray's play? Kyler doesn't. But
if we're in the playoff picture, you're not making any changes. I mean, that's the whole thing. Is you're not making any changes.
JJ McCarthy was an over 500 QB.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
Right? So if he can be competent, and what I think is going to be, if we're winning games, it's because that defense is playing lights out. Right?
Point blank period.
Long-term.
The defense is going to carry this team.
Exactly. So you don't need the quarterback. And I don't think Kyler's going to go out and be that, like people are calling MVP, and he's never been. He's never thrown for over 4,000 yards. He can be competent, though, and make the throws. That's all you're asking out of JJ McCarthy. So if you had a piece on your team that would be a trade bait of the century, you spent no money on him, you owe him nothing in the future, and you could go get a first, a couple of seconds, a first, a second, a couple of thirds in a draft this year that somebody would trade for. I would be interested to see what that looks like, more than trading JJ McCarthy for a fifth rounder. At that point, JJ McCarthy and have him as QB2.
I'm with you. I think if that scenario plays out, you gotta hop on it. But I'm just worried about that.
Larry Fitzgerald, he had other top tier core, like
Anquan Bolden.
That he didn't have this group of receivers, okay, but he had good ones. It's not like he had trash in Arizona. I don't know what the problems were. I don't follow that team close enough. I don't follow Kyler Murray close enough.
His whole thing, his whole downside to his game is his size. I mean, he's probably a couple inches shorter than Cody. I mean, trying to see over an offensive line that's 6'5" and taller. I mean, it's got to be hard to get that view. So, I mean, that's been his whole knock his whole career is his size.
I think we need to pump the brakes. Justin Jefferson is elite. I think we got a lot better with Juwan Jennings. Jordan Addison's got a lot to prove, man. I know a lot of you Vikings fans that were here when he was drafted, drinking that Kool-Aid. He's got a lot to prove with me, man. I said last year that I don't think he's a QB2. I don't like him on that outside route. I think he's more dangerous from the slot and then running kind of those wheel routes almost, using that speed and the inside out to the field, right? Instead of being just an out. He just doesn't have the size, right? Jordan Addison's I think was 6'1". You're getting a bigger physical back. I think you're more interchangeable this year. I'll agree, Two-Tone. I think this receiving core is the best that I've seen it's probably the best that this Vikings team has seen since the 3-deep era. Right? I'm not comparing it to that yet, but this is since that era. This is the best that they've seen. And you have different pieces. Juwan Jennings adds an element to this receiving core that not a lot of teams have. Maybe a Philly has it with an A.J. Brown, the size that he brings, but I don't know if A.J. Brown is a willing blocker like Juwan Jennings is. So,
no, and I think Jordan Addison's game.
I think somebody who needs a quarterback will trade for him. If you have a team, say it's like the situation you had in Indy last year, where you were cruising, and then all of a sudden Daniel Jones ruptures his Achilles, he's out, and you're like, we could make the playoffs. We could make a run in the playoffs. A team that happens to not has to be the right situation. I would agree with you that not every team is jumping at it, but like I said, you don't owe anything, and if he does ball out, you're going to have to pay this man $50 million next year. I don't think this Vikings team is going to do it. I don't think they're going to pay a quarterback that. So trading JJ McCarthy before week 1 seems crazy to me. I haven't bought into that hype at all. I think him and KOC need to sit down and hash this shit out, right? Yeah. They need to talk man to man. KOC needs to treat him like a man because KOC treats him like a kid, right?
Facts.
He needs to sit down and talk to him like a man and to have this thing and hash this thing out this offseason. I don't know when it needs to happen though.
So KOC is so
Bob's weed
concerned
is
about being liked.
He's referencing 87.
The first two guys on that list were nice, but nothing beat the 3-deep with Reed, Moss, and Carter. Nothing beat that.
No way. No way.
Here, this one, I Addison's physical ability, no doubt, but he's got problems between the ears, Two-Tone, and that's been my problem with him. Does he care enough to want to be that guy. And unfortunately, he has not shown that to us. So he's got a lot to prove. I think he can be better. And it looked like, some of the OTA, highlights they were showing, it looks like he's, rededicating, feeling a little pressure from Juwan Jennings, possibly coming in, right? There's something to it. So
I think Addis's best attributes for us or gift for us would be to be like a Deebo Samuel, run him out of the backfield, run him in that slot, give him some running plays, give him that short passes, make him a utility weapon.
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, I mean, we've seen it happen, and he busted out that touchdown overseas. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. But it's going to be tough for Kyler because of his height. But that's where studying a film session, that's where that comes in, to know where getting reps with the wide receivers. Where's that wide receiver going to be? Is there a linebacker over just peeking over the defensive line that I got to just drop it over him, but get it before the safety? Like they got to put in work. It's done messing around.
Yeah, I think we're all in the boat of wanting to see Jordan Addison raise back up to that level that you saw from him in his rookie year. I think he just started to take the league for granted, right? Like, I'm here now, I can coast, and that's not the case. And I think the Vikings put it on him this year. Getting Juwan Jennings in this room, in that wide receiver room, he should be feeling some pressure because he's coming up on a situation where he's coming to the end of his rookie deal. And does this team need him? Does this team need the headaches? His next suspension is probably going to be 6 games, right? You keep doing dumb shit, you're going to find yourself on the curb. And it doesn't matter how talented you are, because the fact of the matter is that the players coming out of college are getting more and more talented as well, right? You're getting more seasoned guys coming out of that level. So there's Barber, I love that, man. Getting out there, getting his work in, and still
get it.
So,
I'm
excited.
NFL?
I love the competition that we're having at the QB spot, at the wide receiver spots now. I think you brought in some young talent on the offensive line, maybe not challenging this year, but, Tiernan and some of these, they're big boys, man. Caleb was at that game, right? He is a big man. He is a big man, and maybe he's not there yet to step onto an NFL field, but we've gotten some really cool young talent on this team that's coming out, and that's what makes good teams great, right? Like, that's what makes great teams is the competition that you're having internally constantly, right? Like, there's always battles. There should be battles at camp. There shouldn't be players that, nobody's taking Justin Jefferson's spot, right?
I was just going to say that. How many position battles do we have right now? I mean, realistically, outside of Jefferson,
QB2 seems wide open. QB1 seems open.
Well, that's what I'm saying is outside of Jefferson and our kicker and punter, everything to me is going to be a competition this year.
Big citrus, a lot of battles on that defensive line where that's going to shake out. A lot of talk about the young man that they've kicked out to the outside now. Seems like what's his name? I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I've seen a bunch of talk about that. You got it too. I got you too, Tone. I know who you meant.
You talking about Levi Drake Rodriguez?
I don't think that's the one. No. Another one. I don't think he saw much. Playing time last year, but it looks like they're moving him from the inside to the outside as more of a pass rusher and drop.
Well, and that's the thing is like we said in past weeks, if Banks can be healthy at 6'6", and then you got our man Orange Citrus at 6'4", 325. They get them both on the field. I mean, they're clogging that middle of that defensive line. Nobody's going to be able to run on this team.
I got to enlarge my screen to take a look at that. Is that JJ as the Terminator? I freaking love
that. That is JJ as the Terminator,
yes. That's awesome. See,
and that's the thing is people are dogging him, but I mean, I don't think I've seen one bad comment, from a Vikings fan in our chat that said, hey, we got to get rid of him.
No,
Yeah.
well, and Rap is pretty adamant, and I know a lot of his crew feel the same way. Now, there's a few haters that are always in the chat, no matter where you're at, that just want to cut bait on the kid. But I think most people, I think most logical Vikings fans are not giving up on JJ McCarthy, because JJ being your quarterback of the future is what's best for this team, right? You're keeping a competent quarterback on a rookie contract that allows you to spend money in some other areas, and maybe you don't have to pay him at the end of that rookie contract the $50 million that Kyler Murray's going to be going for the bag next year. He was already making 40 plus in Arizona. He's getting that this year. What's his name? Von Miller wanted him to cash in on another 40 mil this year too, and double dip on that. Which, shout out to Kyler for kind of taking the opportunity to come here, maybe chasing a championship with a team that he feels is poised to do so, right? But I honestly think that there's a lot to be had right now. No, and honestly, Two-Tone, I love this comment that it won't hurt JJ. They wanted JJ to sit last year, right? I think the plan was, and what everyone wanted was Daniel Jones to be QB1 last year, and he didn't want to necessarily be in a position. But now I don't know what talks happened behind the thing, but Kwesi dropped the ball. And I think all things point to that at this point, with him being gone and with, kind of some of the things and statements that we've heard come out after the season, that they wanted Daniel Jones here, JJ to sit 1 year because he lost that rookie season, right? And then going out there. So I don't think it was ever the plan to have JJ McCarthy start the entire year last year. You almost got forced into it because you fumbled the QB situation in the offseason, and then you were stuck with, look, we had 5 different QBs in camp, right? Like no shit, JJ McCarthy was going to beat out, the ghost of Carson Wentz, signed like 2 days before the season started, right? Like, hey, buddy, welcome to the team. Here's the playbook. You're QB2. It's crazy, man.
I just hope we can stay healthy. If we have another year where we started out with Sam Bradford, hit up Donovan McNabb, we got Josh Freeman, we couldn't keep a quarterback on the field. That was depressing. Yeah, I can't deal with another season like that.
No.
Well, and the thing is too is, Bubba, you kind of touched on it. We're thinking last year they wanted Daniel Jones to be started. They might have been planning this last year. It's like, okay, we'll keep Daniel Jones. We'll have McCarthy. Those two will battle it out. Best man wins. Daniel Jones walks away. McCarthy becomes the default starter. And now, so this might be something that they wanted last year, but now they're getting it this year.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, we had not just the QB circus, but the offensive line circus that we went through last year.
That's the big key right there, the offensive line.
Yeah, well, and like I said, it seems like those things, hopefully, injuries happen. You can't help it. But I think what this team built in the offseason was depth. They didn't overspend on any free agents. You actually saved a bunch of money restructuring contracts and letting go of, a Grenard and restructuring Hawk's contract, and pretty much going to Hawk and be like, you're taking less money or we're just going to cut you, right? Like, do you want to play in the league or not? Because I don't think anybody else is knocking down your door right now. And I don't know, was it fake news? Did they have twins? Was that true? I don't know. I don't.
Hawk?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I just heard about the potential trade.
What's that?
Who?
Theo Jackson going to Washington Commanders.
Really?
That's what they're talking about. They want to grab him. We got Jay Ward. We just drafted a safety. They got a couple coaches that used to be here, so it just makes sense.
For real.
I'm starting to love the draft more than I did night one. So I'll admit that right now. Everybody's talking. Everybody's
you ain't the only one. Did you hear the crowd go silent when they announced our first round draft?
Well, yeah, that's the only part that's scaring me right now, because if he goes and becomes what we thought he was with the Bears, and Banks has to have a big year. Because if that safety goes off, we're going to be hearing about it.
They're lucky that I wasn't in attendance for that draft party, because I would have been the one to say something. I'm not happy. He better prove me wrong. I'm not happy.
Well, yeah, we're looking forward to that, and now we're getting to see these guys out there and really competing. You know, mini camp really starting to kick off here. The first day, I don't think a lot gets done. Cody, we kind of touched on your experience with these. These guys are kind of just getting their playbooks and getting introduced to one another a little bit. Probably going to see more as the week and weekend go on here. From that, we'll be watching the news on all of that. Obviously, a lot to talk about next week on Vikings United. While I got you all here, I know you guys know about Skol Fest, but we're really excited to be joining Rap and the crew for Skol Fest. That's going to be September 12th. I don't have any more details than that yet, but I do know that Scene Project Sports Network are going to be there. We're talking about doing a live broadcast like we do, giving Rap a day off, but having the mics hot so they can jump on with us and do some stuff too. So a lot of great things to come from that. And then we are going to be doing our pregame shows from the Viking World Order tailgate. We're going to be with the Army Division, with my affiliation with Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. We are really there. 95 days until Skol Fest. Let's go, man. I'm looking forward to meeting you all in person. Getting to tap in with this crew has been amazing for our thing. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate you guys being over here. Obviously starting to create a lot more content with Rap and Vocal Vike, the Purple Pocket podcast, and all you guys too. If you're creators, we'd love to feature you on ours. We're always inviting people into our show, working on there, but we're working on media credentials for the 2028 draft. I mean, that's kind of our goal at this point, to build this network up to a point where we get those media credentials of guys that, if you don't know a little bit about, you know, what we did a couple weeks ago with the Unreal charity softball game. Let me dig out some photos real quick, because we were out there hanging with the big dogs. Here's our guy B, chilling with Adam Thielen and CJ Ham. We were at the press conference. We were at the game. We were on the field. We broadcasted it live from the press box. It's gonna be great, man. So we're excited. Come and chill with all you guys that have been together for years, right? You all have been doing your thing. We kind of just discovered all of you. We're so blessed to be, involved, and to just know more Vikings fans that we feel like, that we get along with. You know, it's nice. I think we all probably turn into Purple Daily, and we're, we're tapped into the guys that have the media access already. But we want to be a little more real, right? I want to be able to say fuck on my podcast if I want to, and I'm not worried about getting demonetized, right? So that's what we want to be there. Danielle definitely got some cool shit. Let me. I got a picture of her I know too.
Well, I'll tell you right now, those batting gloves, wide receiver gloves, whatever, I think that's the coolest stuff you guys got. That was for free.
Those are worn by everybody too, right?
Man.
So here's a picture of my wife, Danielle, loading up here. Oh, do I got to move this one? Oh, it won't. It doesn't want to load it. Let's see if it'll load the one of CJ Ham. So Danielle got a signed TJ Hawkinson event jersey. So the ones that they were wearing out on the field, not the one, but the jersey like it. And then she also got a signed Thielen jersey. So we were able to go in, get pictures with everybody. And it was so cool to be able to share that moment with my wife. I don't know how many of y'all are married. Okay, so here's the one with her and Thielen. I'll just roll this way. So there's my wife with Adam Thielen after the game. Super cool. Oh, Van Ginkel. Sorry. I said Hawkinson, but it was Van Ginkel's jersey. So appreciate you. For real. You know what? And speaking of True Purple family events, this one was really cool because you see all the kids in the background here. Man, they signed autographs like crazy at this event, and y'all can come and get Rap's autograph at Skol Fest. So I don't know that they've announced all the details yet. You guys can tap in with them to get more, but we're going to be there. We're excited. We're going to try to roll a live broadcast from there on our channel. Probably be able to tap in and get that done. And you know what? I had some choice words about Thielen.
I got some choice ones.
But you know what? It's all good. So, there we go. Shout out. Give that Skol Fest up there. Look at that. Shout out to our guys, man.
I definitely still got some choice words for the guy.
All right. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and share your Adam Thielen story while we're here and talking about the man.
Yeah, we had a Friday football feast. I can't remember the location, but it was a few years ago. It was the year before he had his breakout game against the Carolina Panthers. him and CJ Ham showed up with a couple other players, and I was the only one. I'll say this till the day I die. I firmly believe it. Besides Adam Thielen's family and distant family, I was the first one in the state with his jersey. I pop into this bar, chilling. Only one in the bar with his jersey on. I waited for him to do his thing, tried to catch him afterwards, just to try to get a picture, a conversation, or an autograph, something. And he just gave me the cold shoulder, shrugged me off, said he had to leave, came back in 15 minutes later and just had a beer or something, a drink or something. I was like, wow. So I got some words for him. I ain't letting that go.
Do you have a sweatshirt like this, though, my brother? That is the question. So we got the link scrolling down there. You guys want to say, support us, support the show, go to shop.thesceneprojects.com. The Scene Projects is our network that's SPSN lives on as well. We got some sweet merch out there, a lot of Vikings United gear. Would love to see some people repping this in the stadium this year. Norcius, my brother, man. What up, Coach? What up, B?
What up?
What's up?
We appreciate you guys. So yeah, go check out our shop, support the show, support us. Make sure you give us a subscribe. All that stuff helps. Want to shout out our sponsors, Pillars of Valor Coffee as well. Check them out at pillarsofvalor.com. That is actually co-owned by TJ Hawkinson. That's kind of how we were able to work the angle, and we got Hawkinson on for an interview with us after the softball game for like 90 seconds. So pretty cool. I need to clip that on our show and get that out there. So there we go. Well, hey, now you've seen it. Now you got the link to Two-Tone. I'd love to see you in one of these bad boys. I'm assuming since you're working out, you're going to need like a 2XL at least to get those guns in there. I know I look like I'm working out here. It's just that my studio doesn't have AC, so it is literally 91 degrees in my studio. That's commitment, dog. I'm out here sweating it out for you all, man. I freaking love you guys that much that I got to be here. So
I appreciate it. Because I definitely wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. I'm dying in 72 degrees.
Oh, man. Danielle says it's 70 in the house, so I'll be going in soon. Coach, we didn't really, we haven't really got a chance to talk to you a whole lot with the vacation and everything. And obviously, we've been talking a lot about the softball game and all the stuff that you didn't get to do with us. But talk a little bit about, your feelings right now about this Vikings team, where you see things going. We kind of talked at length about the QB situation, but just the overall vibe of the team right now with competitions now, which is a little bit different than it's been for this team over the last few years. And as a coach, how much you appreciate that and kind of how you feel, put yourself in the shoes of a KOC and a B-Flow as, coach and coordinator, how you're feeling about the talent that you now have on the team.
I mean, we're making a run. You don't make moves the way we did if you're not trying to make a run. You're not bringing in a quarterback that has the skill set like Kyler Murray if you're not looking to make a run. Speaking of running, that's what I want to see. I want to see if KOC will start running the ball more, mixing it up. I want to see results this year. I don't want to see just flying by the seat of your pants type of thing. I want to see preparation. Like the Brosmer game against Seattle, that should have never happened. He should have never been put in that position. Injuries sucked, and so he's forced to. But I want to see how our offensive line can gel, how these rookies come out. Some of these rookies, most of them are gonna have to make an immediate impact. So. Hopefully they can stay healthy and, produce for this team because we're going to need them.
Oh, man. Yeah, we are. I don't know exactly what that means, Chevy, but I like my brain is starting to get muddled now. a little bit. But so we probably won't be on for too much longer tonight. Appreciate you guys tapping in. So we do this every Tuesday. Every
Yes,
Tuesday,
sir.
8 p.m. Central. This is where you can find us. We got some great activations we're going to be doing. Mention the VWO Army Division tailgate. Waiting for confirmation on where that is actually going to be. But we'll be at the 4 home games. We'll be there September 13th, so the day after Skol Fest. We will be in there at the home game, the home opener. We will also be there for 2 games in October and then the one on November 9th, which will probably, I'm betting because of it, will be their military appreciation game because I don't think they have another home game in November there around that time frame. So we will be there on site running our pregame show from the VWO tailgate with the Army Division, and then we will catch up with everyone else. We're looking at some venues to do the live shows from in Minnesota still on the other home games later in the season, and then we'll probably be during away games. We'll probably be in our home studios and kind of running them like this. I know Rap has his pep rallies as well. So maybe we'll look for some crossover on that, and we'll all kind of team up on those and bring the whole family together to talk football. I really appreciate all you new listeners, all you new watchers today on YouTube. We air our replays on our Roku channel, so you can check out that Booms TV 2.0 on your Roku device. Appreciate you guys tapping in with us there. We have the game from the Unreal Charity Softball game that we broadcasted live. That's up there now as well. Check out a lot more cool stuff from my music channel, The Scene Projects. A lot of great content. I've done a lot. I've done over 1,000 episodes of podcast in the last 2 years, guys. So go check out everything I've been creating. It's not just Viking stuff that we do. We got a golf show on Saturdays. We call the Cut Line as part of the Scratch Project. Then we have the 7-8-9 baseball roundtable we do on Sunday nights. So we're always tapping in and doing a lot of great stuff, talking sports on this network and talking music and everything over on the Scene Projects and a lot of other great stuff. So appreciate you. Cody dipped out on us. His phone probably died. Anything, B, you want to touch on before we let everyone go? Obviously, next week's going to be a lot more news as minicamp finishes, and we have more going on there. But anything from you?
No, just gonna keep eye on the news and watching how day 2 goes of the OTAs all the way to next week, and hopefully we got some news and some stuff we can talk about, and definitely keep getting information on Skol Fest and all that fun stuff. So yeah, definitely can't wait.
No, appreciate you all. Rap, you're probably gone now, brother, but I appreciate you bringing your crew in here, introducing them to our show. We got a bunch of short form content from the episodes. Yeah, hey, go check it out, man. It did air live, so if you check out the live feed on our YouTube, they're there as well. But go check out the Roku channel, man. It's really cool to have creators that we're doing together, and appreciate you. Thank you, Barbara. Appreciate you tapping in with us, Skol Mafia, as well, man. It's so hot in here. We usually run during the season. We go a lot longer. Usually have 90 to 2 hour long shows with a lot more to talk about. But right now things are a little bit slow with the team. And not much really happening. Even the coverage of minicamp, not a lot happening there, right? Some glorified unpadded practices and stuff. So, Biz, I'm in Tyndall, so I'm down by the Yankton area, man. I'm not far, and I will be up in Sioux Falls. So, you know what? Earlier in the show tonight, I dropped my email in the comments in the chat. Go find that. Shoot me an email. Let's hook up, dude. I think it's so cool what you're doing. So, awesome stuff. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Hope you subscribe to the channel. And yeah, brother, I don't complain about it either. I do not complain about the heat whatsoever because it's 100 degrees colder than this, or 150 degrees colder than this all winter. So we take it when we can get it. I got a pool in the backyard for a reason. I will be in there probably again tomorrow as well. So appreciate everybody tapping in. Check out everything. If you want to learn more about the show, find some stuff. VikingsUnited.thesceneprojects.com. You can sign up for our email list there. We'll be doing new merch drops. We'll be having free tickets that we can give away. You never know when you might see some more stuff from us. So yeah, come on down and see me, man. Hit me up. I'm 30 minutes from the river down there. So we're there all the time. Barber, can't wait to see you, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Tell your friends, share the stream, share the show, share everything. We appreciate it. we're going to get wrapping here. If not next week, real soon. We're talking about it, and can't wait to get you together. So with that, y'all, we're going to tap out tonight. Love you guys. Appreciate you tapping in. Skol Vikings, and B, I will see you real soon.
All right, have a good one.
In Minnesota, your home faces it all. Brutal winters, pounding hail, and summer storms that don't hold back. That's why homeowners trust Odyssey Exteriors, your local, family-owned exterior experts based right here in Burnsville. From roofing and siding to gutters, windows, and decks, we use Midwest tough materials and certified crews to protect what matters most. With an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau and a reputation for integrity, we treat your home like it's our own. Call 952-923-0062 or visit OdysseyEXT.com today to schedule your free exterior inspection. Odyssey Exteriors, built Midwest tough, built for you.